I'm back with Fatboi. I am Sensei Hollywood, occasionally known as Thunder Dan over the years. We're talking about studio stuff and fun stuff, and he just turned me on to a new deal called Listen To. Explain again what Listen To is real quick, though.
Okay. Listen To is because, thanks to the pandemic that we're in, a lot of people in our profession are having to find other ways to work with each other without putting ourselves in the line of fire with potentially being exposed to COVID-19 and becoming sick and potentially putting family in
loved ones at risk.
Well,
yeah, exactly.
So, there's been an uptick in Zoom studio sessions and all, and the natural issue of latency, has affected some of those sessions and made it a little harder to work and all.
You can't just do overdubs because it takes like a second to bounce back and forth, and everything's all out of sync, and it's just hopeless at this point.
Exactly. So Listen To is a transmission where, say, and since you and I would be bouncing songs back and forth, it would probably be dope for both of us to put a master transmitter on our DAWs,
So that's how it works. You get a plug-in and you put it on your master bus, and then you can send the link to whoever.
And you send the link. Yes, you send the link to everybody else in the room. If there's 2 people in this room, one link. If they're, for
the virtual room that it is.
Right, virtual room. There's 6 people in the virtual rooms. The link goes out to everybody. Everybody copies the link. Clicks the link, and it opens up a transmission page. And once I start transmitting on my end from my master, whenever I hit play, everybody hears it in real time.
Okay, well, I've got it up. So I got here status is session name Convo with Fatboi, 44.1 kilohertz and 320 kilobits. It says latency 0.5 seconds. I guess I'll never know, but that's pretty low. And playhead position 0. All right, I am connected. Let me hear some stuff.
All right, this is a record that I have started. And it actually began from a Zoom studio session with my publisher, Sony ATV, the week before, actually. We had what we used to have in person, label presentation meetings. Usually, it was a conference out in LA or New York. We'd fly out to one of the two, and it would be like a 3-4 day event. And every day, a select group of label reps would come out and give their label presentation of their priority list with whatever artists they're working on and all that.
The who's looking list and all that stuff.
The who's looking list, exactly. And so this year, because of the pandemic, they devised the Zoom meetings. So we had the label presentations, blah, blah, blah. And then usually in the conference after that day's presentation, we break up into groups, that they already had kind of already picked out. You're in a room with 2 or 3 other producers / writers or whatever. So this record became, I missed the label presentation, missed the label presentation for the previous 2 days and caught the 3rd day. And this was the room that I was in with 2 dope young ladies, songwriters, and this is what started. So this right here is the basic skeleton of it. And when you hear it, you'll definitely hear the space that I left open for Sensei.
Sensei Thunder? I don't know. It doesn't have the same ring. Yeah.
Sensei Thunder. You know, so you'll hear the space left open for some dope guitar and all that. And I knew immediately before I even played the first key, you know, this is definitely a job for Thunder Dan, Sensei Thunder. So here we go. The song is called Potential, and it's kind of throwback 80s pop, 90s pop.
It sounds like me already.
Already. That's why I know it's perfect for you. So here we go. Potential. And we're gonna. I already know Thunder's gonna feel it like ASAP. So
this will be my reaction video, I think, too.
All right, here we go. Potential. Okay, no double feedback. Here we go.
Bit rough around the edges, but we love the project. Sure, he's got some issues. Hey, nobody's perfect. Dig into all his trauma. Everybody got it. I'll love him out of it. He almost ticks my boxes. He could be everything I needed with patience and some therapy. He gives me 25%, but you know he gets the best of me. Cause girls,
this gonna be an 808 part here.
Potential, and that's how you got this far. And girls only see what they want to, and that's how you break a heart. Yeah, we could be amazing. I know I could save him. These are all the stories we tell ourselves. Cause girls fall in love with potential. We fall in love. So much there under the surface. If you keep digging, maybe you'll find gold. Those red flags, you ignored them. Rose-colored glasses got your life on hold. But maybe you invented him. Maybe that was never him. You projected on him. Maybe you're a masochist. Now you're trying to raise a man. How long will it take for him? You gave too much credit and now you've started hating him. Girls fall in love with potential, and that's how you got this far. And girls only see what they want to, and that's how you break a heart. Yeah, we could be amazing. I know I could save him. These are all the stories we tell ourselves. Cause girls fall in love with potential. We fall in love. We fall in love. Rose-colored glasses. We fall. Cause girls fall in love with potential, and that's how you got this far. And girls only see what they want to, and that's how you break a heart. Yeah, we could be amazing. I know I could save it. These are all the stories we tell ourselves. Cause girls fall in love with potential. We fall in love. Cause girls
And
and girls
fades out.
break a heart.
Oh yeah, I love it. It's very funky.
Yeah.
There's so many things I love about it. Like the lyrics from Jump. I like, oh, let's go off the wall, and I like how they're the main focus right there. You know, I was drawn in right from Jump, and no, there's just that the beat's driving. I already know how you're gonna do your thing.
Yeah.
The 808s.
Yeah, that was my stopping point last night. Like I literally stopped right there because I wanted to get it to a point where okay, it's ready for Dan. So now when I play it for him, his mind will already start going in a
Oh
million.
yeah, no, I'm already done. I kind of wish I had my guitar already set up, but that'll be the next one. We'll do a tracking session.
Yeah.
Or I'll do it to a point so you don't have to get bored with my usual OCD 1,000 takes.
I love it. 1,000 takes of usable stuff. Like everything is like, man, what the hell am I gonna do with all these 1,000 takes? I gotta find a way to use all of it some kind of way because it's all dope, you know. So that's the greatness of working with dope musicians. You know, you're gonna get something out of everything they do. It's like, man, it's a great problem to have because you got to figure out. It's like, damn, I want to use everything he just did. How do I fit everything and make it work?
And I have been struggling with that though over the years, and like thank you for saying that, but like you know, like sometimes I'll just sit there and play it 50 times. And maybe there's a story we were talking about this a while back. It's Bruce Swedine's autobiography kind of deal with him working with Quincy Jones and Michael Jackson.
Right.
And I can't remember, it was Billie Jean. I think it was Billie Jean. Maybe it was Beat It. I don't know. But the story was they did 99 versions of the mix, right? Him, Michael and Bruce, you know, the engineer, sat there and did 99 versions of the mix. Quincy comes back, listens. He's like, you know what? Play me number 2.
Mix number 2.
And that was the one.
Boom, there it is. That's the one.
100 million albums sold later. I got to get to a place where I can just more often just get to like, that's the one. I don't need to do any more, but you know, it's a struggle and maybe it's an insecurity thing. I'm hoarding the licks.
and the thing is, they knew mix number 2 was the one from inception. It's like, okay, yeah, that's
well, Quincy knew, but
yeah,
Bruce and Michael wanting to work hard, kept going, you know. But maybe that's, you know, and then to be fair, but maybe that's what it took to know that mix 2 was the one.
Yeah.
So maybe that, to go all the way back to a circle, I'm overthinking again. But like maybe now that you've done 98 more versions, you're like, yeah, we were good, actually. They're cool. And that's just the process, right?
This already super dope song and mix even better. What else can we do?
We just gotta, you know,
pull
pull it out of there and add more facets to the diamond. You know, there's definitely a diamond in the rough in there, but I'm already like having fun with it, so that's a good sign.
Yeah, already. And you know, the girls, when they were coming up with the concept, they wanted something fun and quirky, and you know, and that concept is just super dope to me because number one, it's true. Like women fall in love with a man's potential. You know, it's like he can be great. This guy is like awesome. You know, and so that concept already just resonated because you know I've seen that situation plenty times. Like you know this. You know, a guy that's, you know, a high school football star, you know, this guy has the potential to go all the way to the NFL, you know, or guys like you and I, you know, young musicians, this guy, he can be the next Jimi Hendrix. He can be the next, you know, Prince or Michael Jackson or Quincy Jones or whatever, you know, so,
Right.
You know, that potential, our potential to be, you know, this great thing, you know, is there, and that's what they fall in love with us for. So I just thought that was a hell of a concept. And
and I'm already hooked from the lyrics and the way we've got it is now obviously it's working thing. Just all the focus at the beginning, just on her and the lyrics. I'm like, I did not see that coming. I'm already like, okay, continue. You know, and then the beat comes in. I'm just, I'm having fun with this. I thought it was going to be kind of a deep introspective thing, and maybe it is, but at least the beat's having fun, right? That's funky.
It's having fun. It's just having fun.
Yeah. You know, too, man, like we were just talking about potential with the song. Like we hear the potential and maybe we're going to work it and maybe we'll go back to 1 or 2, but maybe doing 98 versions is how you discover the potential. Like, you know, like that's how you think it through.
Exactly. That's how you
know,
find the potential. It's like, man.
But also, man, I love that what you're talking about, because a lot of people get on these things and they talk about parallel compression and that's good and all that, you know, just dive into these technical things. But that's like half of the picture. That's the left brain thing, I guess.
Right.
You're right here.
Mm-hmm.
You're talking about some real right brain concepts,
right?
You know, and like I always broke that down to people in classrooms or whatever. Like, what do you mean by that? Not everyone knows this thing, but so the two halves of your brain, right? Your left side of your brain, which is actually crosswired to your right side, is logical. It's mathematical. 2 + 2 = 4.
Right.
The right side of your brain is ideas, concepts, feelings. It's I like purple.
Right.
Right. But without them, what do you have? You know, and if you think about that as an engineer fully focused on the left brain stuff, you're only halfway there. Right. Or as a producer, or as a musician, you know, you're just thinking about the notes. Think about the fun or the potential or the pain or whatever. That's got to be first.
Yes, that's the driving part of this track is the fun. That's the driving. You know, have fun with it. It needs to just feel.
We're already there with that, and the rest is just making it more better. You know.
That's it. You know, so it's a great, man. I really feel good about it, man. Last night when I was working on it, I was like, man, I really like this song. I like it, you know, so it feels good. And it also took me back to a place in time when I was a kid, you know, and just feeling those raw first time feelings for certain things in life, you know, that we go through on our journeys and all. And, you know, it took me back to a time like, man, I remember when I actually felt like these feelings, right. First time on something, you know, and when I'm hearing it, and even though it's a creation, you know, that partly came out of my mind, you know, with the girls, it put me in a place in time. It threw me back to an area where when I heard certain songs like this here already, I was just like, oh man, I still love those songs right now. Right. Today. Like, man, it's, you know, for instance, Aha, Take on Me, still one of my all-time favorite songs ever in the world. And if I hear it right now, I'm going to listen to the whole song.
Right. Because you're like, oh man, yeah. I'm just, you know, like, so I'm wearing my retro media shirt today, right? By coincidence, really. I don't know if I wore it last time. I do have more than one shirt, but you know, whatever. But I was just thinking when you're saying that, I had some bootleg cassettes of like my guitar teacher would give me. Like the first one I had was this Jimi Hendrix Are You Experienced, but he wrote it on the Maxell cassette. Here you go, Dan, listen to this stuff, and like blew my mind. And like I didn't even, you know, I just had the feeling of holding that cassette and looking at his handwriting on there. I was like, that was like a personal thing for music for me. Or like,
oh yes, man.
You know, or even like Van Halen one record I got and was bootleg and my sloppy handwriting on it. I was going through the garage. I still have a bunch of this crap, and like I was holding it in my hand. I'm like, oh man, I remember when I was 16, I got turned on to this stuff. It was old then, but it was my first time with it. It was just, I guess I missed the smell of the plastic and the feel of holding your hand, but yeah, you go right back with music.
You that right there just brought, look, and I feel like there's, you know, because now today, you know, young kids, you know, aspiring to be in music and all that, you know, they get emails and they don't even really get jump drives of anything anymore. Like, to grow up in the era where getting a cassette tape with the it wasn't just regularly handwritten. It was put on there a certain kind of way to let you know that this was art. You know what I mean? Like,
right.
to get a cassette tape and pop it in and hear something for the very first time that blew your mind. It's like, I've never heard anything like this before. Oh my God. Like just that whole growing up in that era.
Well, it was tangible. It had physical form, and that's
physical form.
And nowadays that just does not exist, really. I mean, some people go with the vinyl and stuff, and that's cool and all, but that's like a niche thing. It's like a throwback thing. But where it's at today is it's just numbers, and it's a picture on your phone, and you know, I don't want to get on the old guy rant. Like back in my day, it was much better, but like it's different though. It is different now.
It's different, man. I mean, you like literally, I could watch a cassette tape play the whole 60 minutes. I could watch it play. I don't see music. I don't see any videos or anything like that. But I could literally watch that tape, watch the reels spin, and watch the tape go from one side to the other side, get to the end. If you had auto reverse, it would auto click over. If you didn't, stop it, turn it around, push it back in, push play, and literally the whole time holding your radio in your hand and watch this thing play while you listen to the incredible music that you've never heard before come out of those speakers. Like that is just, you know, now music is like oversaturated, it's everywhere, and it's, you know, to the point where it's like, man, I hear so much music, man. Right now, I don't want to hear any music. It's just, I can only focus on the music I'm creating right now. I can't hear all this.
Well, those are the thing. Like, I'd get out of the studio and like go on an 8-hour car ride, and my wife would be like, "Aren't you gonna put the radio on?" I'm like, man, the last thing I want to hear is some more music. I still have that song in my head. We're driving like 1,000 miles. I just won't put the radio on.
I can literally get in the car and just go and not turn on any music and be absolutely fine with it.
I feel like this is like a therapy help group we're starting here. Music OCD. Hi, I'm Dan.
Yeah. Maybe that's an idea, man. Maybe we should, you know, growing into different things.
No, there's something there. But no, man, it's definitely funky. Play it one more time, will you? I know it's like looping back on you, but I want to hear one more time and just kind of groove out to it. I got some notions about what to do with this.
Got you. Here we go. Take 2, Potential.
Bit rough around the edges, but we love a project. Sure, he's got some issues. Hey, nobody's perfect. Dig into all his trauma. Everybody got it. I'll love him out of it. He almost ticks my boxes. He could be everything I needed with patience and some therapy. He gives me 25%, but you know he gets the best of me. 'Cause girls fall in love with potential, and that's how you call exploring. And girls only see what they want to, and that's how you break a heart. You could be amazing, I know I could save him. These are all the stories we tell ourselves. 'Cause girls fall in love with potential. We fall in love. So much there under the surface. If you keep digging, maybe you'll find gold. Those red flags you ignored on rose-colored glasses got your life on hold. But maybe you invented him. Maybe that was never him. You projected onto him. Maybe you're a massacre. Now you're trying to raise a man. How long will it take for him? You get too much credit in. Now you've started hating him. Girls fall in love with potential, and that's how you call exploring. they want to, and that's how you break a heart. Yeah, we could be amazing. I know I could save it. These are all the stories we tell ourselves. 'Cause girls fall in love with potential. We fall in love. We fall in love. Rose-colored glasses. We fall. Cause girls fall in love with potential, and that's how you got this far. And girls only see what they want to, and that's how you break a heart. Yeah, we could be amazing. I know I could save it. These are all the stories we tell ourselves. 'Cause girls fall in love with potential. We fall in love.
Yes, sir. It's nice, man.
Yeah, no, that's hot. Oh, hell on. Let me take my camera back. That's fun. I love the concept right from jump. Here, how do I? Oh, hey, I don't know what I'm doing. Here we go. Let me put my camera back up. That was my pre-COVID haircut. It's been a while. No. It's such a fun track. I can't wait to do it. Of course, I'm not. I think maybe that's what we do next time. Maybe I'll vibe out to it for a little bit, and then I got to show you. Like, I don't know if you saw, but I got a new guitar. So maybe this would be an inaugural collab thing. Let me go grab it. I'm going to show you.
Let's see it.